Hello there. So you want to learn about creatine?
That's why I'm here.
Well, you come to the right place. Here at Kenobi's Kitchen, we're gonna break down creatine, the benefits, the protocols, what it is really quick, and just give you a little bit of background on it and why it's one of the most studied substances in the entire world. Over 500 studies done of it. And so if you think that Emperor Creatine is evil, I'm here to tell you that it is actually one of the safest and best bang for your buck, most valuable supplements on the market that you can take. I got a couple here that I've been taking. And it's awesome, super simple to use, and we'll get into that in a second. But first, let's dive in really quick to what creatine is. And it is something that is already created in your body right now.
Are a microscopic life form that resides within all living cells.
They live inside me.
Inside your cells, yes.
Just kidding, that's midichlorians. But it actually has a very similar role in that it's an energy source. And it's actually an amino acid. It's found in beef, it's found in pork, it's found in fish. And we can get some creatine from those sources, but it's a little bit more efficient financially, and probably calories-wise, to get it in a supplement form. But what happens is the energy that we use in high-intensity exercises, for sprints, for weightlifting, we generate that energy via a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Now, this is a really good drawing, probably one of the best drawings I've ever done. And so what happens is that when you exercise or when your body uses ATP as an energy source, it burns one of these off, and this goes from ATP to ADP, adenosine diphosphate. So you have 3 phosphate molecules, then you go to 2 ADP, but what happens is you put this in your body, and then all of a sudden it's able to recycle this, bam, and it gets back to ATP, and you're able to use it again. And so a way you can kind of think about this is Kenobi fights Anakin. Anakin jumps, burns off one of those ATPs, it becomes ADP, he loses his limbs, but luckily he's got Chancellor Palpatine, aka Emperor Creatine, comes in and recycles that. Hopefully that makes sense. That's essentially what happens when you supplement with creatine, is you enable your body to recover quicker. And this is where we're gonna get into some of the benefits of supplementing with creatine. So now let's talk about benefits. And rather than just say studies have shown, let's look at some specific studies. And this is one of my favorite ones because it's looking at trained college football athletes. People have already been in the gym, so these people are seeing benefits with creatine monohydrate versus placebo, and they've already been lifting. They're already in the gym. So a 2001 study, 9 weeks was the length of the study, and it found a 5% increase in bench, an 8% increase in squat, and an 18% increase in anaerobic capacity. Then let's take a look at cognition. 2003 study, over 6 weeks, found an improvement on working memory and intelligence. So an increase in speed processing and really looking at the brain's energy capacity. And what's interesting is that the brain is only 2% of your body weight, but it uses about 20% of the energy. So when you look at your energy expenditure throughout the day, 20% of that is coming through your brain. And now while creatine won't make you a Jedi Master, make you an all-powerful Sith, supplementation leads to 20 to 40% increases at muscle levels, according to a 2021 study, and a 5 to 10% increase in brain levels. So either way, you're winning across the board. And a large review of studies in 2002 saw a 5% increase from a strength and power standpoint across several studies. Now, I don't know about you, but a 5% increase to strength and power levels is going to lead to so much more motivation to train. Because if I'm training and I'm at a plateau, boom, I start taking creatine, I see a 5% increase. For a beginner, they're gonna see an even bigger increase. For an advanced lifter, a 5% increase might take months to get, but then all of a sudden you're seeing more performance improvements in the gym. Now you're more motivated, now you push a little bit harder, you get 1 extra rep, you get 1 extra set, and all of that compounds. And when you have that compounding effect in the gym, that's how you see over 3 months, 6 months, a year, substantial increases in strength, in performance, in muscle growth, because you're pushing yourself that much harder. And honestly, some of it might be placebo in that, oh, I'm taking creatine, now I've got the power inside of me. And then there's also obviously the well-studied scientific benefits of how creatine is supplementing the ATP at the muscular and cognitive level as well. A couple other ancillary benefits as well, whether you're male or female, cognitive performance, good. Strength, muscle, good, so I wouldn't worry male versus female. And then anyone who is plant-based, vegetarian, vegan, they might not be getting creatine from their diet, knowing that there is going to be some levels inside of animal-based products. So a plant-based athlete might even see greater improvements in strength just simply because they're upping their creatine levels even more than they typically might be. So now let's look at how we're gonna load this up. So you can either load it up and for a week straight, you take 20 to 30 grams, or you do for 2 weeks and really just continue to do it, 5 grams a day. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna fully saturate the muscles. So think about this creatine is going right into the biceps. And so you're gonna notice a couple things. One, between the creatine and the water storage inside of the muscle, you might see the scale go up. If you're a little bit more of an advanced lifter or a hyper responder, that might dictate it going up higher. Like let's say you have more muscle on your frame, you might see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds jump, or you might see a little bit less if you have less muscle on your frame or you're a beginner and all of a sudden you're at 2, 3 pounds of a jump. Don't worry, it's not fat. You're not getting fat, especially the ladies who might be a little bit more worried about that and getting big and bulky. You're not getting big and bulky. You're actually just fueling your muscles and saturating them with creatine, so your performance should be improving. And now if you were to come off of it, you might also see that same 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pound drop as well, but just know what the cause is of that. I think a little bit of education goes a long way with knowing why your body is going up in weight or down in weight as it relates to what you're just putting in your body and how that affects the scale. And so one other thing I would say with this too is everyone wants to be more toned, defined. They want to have more definition in their body, look more jacked, and having more muscle fullness and being in a calorie deficit is definitely gonna give you that. I always use the metaphor of as you get leaner, it's like having the tide go out on a beach and more rocks become visible. Well, with creatine, you're basically beefing up those rocks and giving them a little bit more girth. And so you're going to show a little bit more defined, a little bit bigger. You're gonna look bigger, you're gonna feel bigger. Your clothes are gonna fit a little bit tighter in as little as 1 to 2 weeks. And so that's gonna be one of the benefits as well as just that mental feeling of, oh man, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and you see that right away. A couple other final tips. So both of these are gonna be linked down below in the description. You can use them, you can use other ones. The way I would look at it is make sure you're getting creatine monohydrate, shouldn't be anything else in it, and then just look at the price per serving. If you can find something that is really efficient, cost per serving is low, then you're gonna be totally fine. That said, you might also be wondering, Paul, how do I take it? How do I drink it? Couple other things that I really like to do is I will put my creatine right next to my protein blender, right next to other supplements that I take. It's right next to my fridge. Put this somewhere where you see it no matter what. You want to reduce the amount of friction for you to take this. And so I will take this with my magnesium, with any other supplements that I'm taking for gut health, and I'll just chug it. It's gonna sit at the bottom, so make sure you stir it and drink it fast. But this is really the path to unlimited powder. Speaking of merch, we got the Emperor Pal Protein Unlimited Powder t-shirt on thetroopertransmission.com. So if you want to get some merch, be sure and check that out. If you liked the video, got any questions, drop them down below in the comment section. Hit that subscribe, ding that bell for notifications, all that good stuff. And if you want to train with a bunch of troopers inside of a really fun community, we got Fit Nerd Academy. You can learn about that more in the description as well. My name is Paul, but I also go by Swolbio and Kenobi. You also might know me as CT3939 on the Trooper Transmission. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.